everyone, this is Michael. I wanted to walk you through a React Rails TypeScript project I put together involving Sudoku puzzles. Let's start off, just navigate back to the home page. So I have a variety of different categories built in here. There's the classic Sudoku puzzle that you're probably used to at different difficulty levels, from easy to hard. Then there's two special types I put in, cross and miracle. Cross is essentially Sudoku, except you treat the main diagonals as needing their own unique entries, just like the columns. And then miracle has a list of extra rules. Basically, adjacent numbers can't be the same. Night move, that's 2 in one direction and 1 in the other direction. Those can't have the same numbers, and things directly left, right, up, or down of each other can't be offset by 1. Kinda what that leads to is a puzzle where you get very little entries at first, but can still get through the whole thing and solve it. So let's go in here and look at one of these. So here the setup we have every square that's part of the puzzle where the number is essentially confirmed, you can't change it, we have underlined, and then when we enter a new one, you'll see it's just kind of the normal text. And the way it's built here is also to prevent you from entering something into a square that conflicts based on the rules of the puzzle you're doing, conflicts with the existing setup. So take this one here. If I try to put a 1 here, it'll tell me that these 3 entries that are already 1s are conflicting there and stopping that from being a 1. You'll notice that this is true also for entries you've put in yourself and not just the ones that have been confirmed. Say I try and put this 1 here. This lights up as not allowing that placement. Same thing with here. But if I go back and I delete this entry, it shows we can do it just like we did before. The other thing we can do is say we've gone a little bit through and we run into an issue. It doesn't look like this path that we've gone through is going to work. We're not really sure how far to go back. We can just come here, reset it back to the start. So the last thing I've put in here is this solve button, which will essentially go through the process of solving the Sudoku puzzle with a backtracking algorithm. So the way this works is that every cell is ranked by how many possible entries can go into that cell. And then the ones with the fewest possible ones, the algorithm chooses that first, selects an entry there, and then continues. If it comes to a point where the puzzle's impossible to solve, say because one of the squares has no possibilities, it will backtrack, determine that a previous entry was wrong, and try a new number. And actually what I ended up finding, which was very interesting, was that for even puzzles ranked as hard, this was a pretty effective algorithm at solving it in one pass through. I thought that for the harder puzzles, it would have to backtrack a lot because it would get to a point where the lowest possible number square had, say, 3 options or 2 options, and there'd be paths to branch through. But I generally found that it was smart enough to find the ones where there was only one possibility all the way until solving it. So the last thing there's this Sudoku of the day function, which for every day kind of loops through the puzzles stored in the database to give you a unique puzzle from the list each day. So that's what I put together. Thank you for watching.